different types of agents. Okay. I always found this kind of funny. Theatrical agents do not handle theater, they handle film. Okay, that's what theatrical agent does. They handle movies, that kind of thing. Okay? A commercial agent obviously handles commercials. Yeah, that was a real brain teaser there, wasn't it? Okay. And your legitimate agent handles work for theater and live performance. That's what's called a legitimate agent. Okay? Modeling agencies obviously handle. Right, that's a real stretch, isn't it? Right? Okay. So that's what the different agents are. So if you're going to a large market, I know a couple of you said you're planning to go to New York or LA or Chicago, or whatever, just know that those are different kind of agents. Okay? Yes?
Is that, so a legitimate agent would handle comedians and things of that nature?
Yes.
Improv work?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay? Yes?
So say I go to New York and I'm looking for different agents. How do I find like a legitimate agent versus a theatrical agent?
It's really the same kind of search, you know, and I'm going to talk about some ways to find an agent. You know, you can do it through various good acting classes, through open calls and different things like that. But just like, you know, finding an agent in a small market, it would be, you know, checking out their website, see if they have instructions for submission, calling their information line, see if they have instructions, that kind of thing, right? The good agents don't really go out seeking for talent. They really don't, you know. So you have to go knocking on their door literally, okay? Okay. What does it mean to sign a non-exclusive agreement with an agent, and is that better than an exclusive agreement? Okay. This is a really common question too. And has anybody here ever wondered about this question? Have you heard, right? Okay. Okay, so non-exclusive means if you sign with an agent, okay, and you get a job that they didn't get for you. They didn't send you on this audition, but you heard about it through a friend. And you went to the audition and you get the job and they pay you, you don't owe that agent any money. That's what non-exclusive means, okay? Exclusive means that you have an agent, and even if you hear about an audition they didn't send you to, you get the job, you still give them their fair percentage, okay? Now, you know, for all practical purposes, when you first hear that, you think, well, why would I sign an exclusive, right? If I'm going to find work on my own, why would I give them money, okay? Think about it from the agent's viewpoint, though, okay? If you have talent, let's say you had two different talent. One is non-exclusive, one is exclusive, right? This one keeps going out and getting jobs and making money, and then you have an audition for them and you can't send them because they're on another job that's not making you any money, right? And you've got this talent who has an exclusive agreement with you, right? And when they go out and get jobs, whether you help them get it or not, you get paid. Who do you like better? Okay? Now, also from an agent standpoint, a good agent has spent time, energy, and money marketing you. They've helped you choose your headshot. They've helped you get those printed. They've helped you put together the resume. They've gotten you most of the jobs on your resume that got you this job. Your experience level got you this job. So in all essence, they feel like they've kind of brought you up. And they deserve some payback for all that hard work they've gotten. Okay? So I personally am not a big believer in the non-exclusive agreement. I think you're shooting yourself in the foot if you get one of those. Okay? I don't think it's the best thing for you and your relationship with your agent. Okay? I think you need to be honest and upfront with them when you get another job. And if you feel you're getting more jobs than they're getting for you, get a new agent. Yeah? Then for not doing their job, then go get a new one. Go get one who really does go out and hustle for you. But you should do some hustle on your own. You should be getting some jobs that your agent is not necessarily sending you to. You should be submitting your headshot and resume without them doing it for you. Okay? If you think about an agent's job, let's say an agent has a small agency. Let's say they only have 40 people total. That's men, women, kids, adults, seniors, everything. Okay? So they have 40 people. There are 40 hours in a work week. They're spending 1 hour a week per talent marketing you. Now, if you were looking for a job and you only looked 1 hour a week, would you find a job very fast? Probably not. It takes more than an hour a week to get a good job, right? But that's all that agent has. They have 40 talent, and you're one of them. They only have 40 hours in a work week. They can't really be spending that much time on just you. They have other talent too. They have to think of the agency as a whole, okay? Now, think about that on the other flip side, that there are agents who say, oh yeah, we've got lots of great talent. Oh my gosh, we have fantastic talent. And they'll have like 200 or 300 people. How much time are they spending on you? Maybe 10 minutes a week, right? So you want to probably be with a smaller, more boutique-y kind of agency, especially when you're starting, because you need someone kind of holding your hand and giving you some guidance, right? Someone who's going to take an interest in you and your career, okay? So I'm a big believer in the small agency thing, okay, for that reason. Once I get an agent, do I technically work for them now, or do I stop listing myself as an independent or a freelance contractor, that kind of thing? You don't ever actually work for an agency. And when people sometimes slate, they say, I work for, and they'll list an agency. No, 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 no. The agency works for you. You are not hired by an agency. You hire the agency. They are technically your employee, not the other way around, okay? You are still an independent contractor. You are your own business, and we're going to talk about that some more. But technically, you are the business now, and you still are, whether you are an independent, and and basically when you are an independent, you are your own agent. So you're taking on the role of the agent and the talent both, okay? Once you get an agent, you're the talent, and you have an agent handling some of that for you, okay? But they're hired by you, okay? Okay, any questions about that? Getting an agent? Yes?
Well, I just have some questions about sort of interviewing an agent.
Okay.
Like if you've never had an agent,
Uh-huh.
first time going in. I mean, obviously, like you said, check for whether this is a scam, if they're going to charge you.
Right.
So maybe what are few other just really good basic questions to ask of an agent if you're a real beginner to make sure they're going to do their diligence in working for
Right.
you?
That's a great question. Didn't really hear. She's asking, what are some good questions to ask an agent? In essence, number one, I would ask them, how many people do you have in your stables who are my general type and age? So you have a good idea of how many people that you're going to be competing against every time they have a job. Okay. Obviously, it's to their advantage if they only get to send 2 people to an audition. If they have 10 that meet that description, they're going to send their top 2 favorites, right? They're not going to send someone new that hasn't really proven themselves. Okay. And after I ask them that, I would say, about how much has each of those people worked in the last year? That's a good question. Okay. I would also ask them, what other opportunities do you offer here? Such as, do they maybe bring in master instructors to teach acting? Do they have days where you can come in and get headshots, at a reduced price or something? Maybe they do like a headshot blast kind of thing, where they'll bring in a photographer in, and he'll just do a new person like every 20 minutes or something, so you can get that initial headshot, something to work with, until you can really get a good headshot, Ask them those kinds of things. And say, is there anything, you feel free to say, look, I am new to this. You can tell an agent that. Don't ever tell a casting director that, right? You could tell me today, of course, but when you walk into a casting, you won't say, this is my first time I've ever auditioned. That's the first way to make sure you don't get the job, right? But be sure and tell them, say, look, I'm fairly new to this. I want to do this right. What can you tell me that I might not know? And see what they tell you. And be sure and tell them too, if they sign you, say, since I am fairly new to this, if there's anything I do wrong or I can do better at any time, I want you to tell me. I want your guidance. Be sure and tell them that. Communicate with them, definitely. Okay? Does that help?
Yeah, that's great.
Good. Okay? Okay, good. Well, let's move on then.
Thanks for watching. You want to do us a favor? We could really use your help. Click subscribe.